Yo, what's up? Back in the hammock again. Um, Enjoying day after 4th of July. Got the day off, just chilling out here. Just got done cleaning out my Jeep, so I thought maybe I'd relax and watch some YouTube. And of course, why I can't seem to get enough of the Amico coverage. It's just so juicy and entertaining. It's a real guilty pleasure of mine right now. I mean, obviously, there's way more important things going on in the world, um, politics, even in sports. But sometimes it's kind of fun just to watch trash news and get caught up in it because all the other stuff can be so depressing at times. And I do follow a lot of politics. I follow sports, and like I said, you get depressed. I mean, I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, and they just lost last night, so it's like, I mean, I'm not going to probably watch any sports coverage right now because, sort of down that they lost. So of course I'll go to my old tried and true Amico news coverage. Uh, Good stuff. It never lets me down. I just watched a Darius Truxton video. He does his normal Monday show on OEB Pete, which OEB Pete is you probably are familiar with him, I would guess, if you're watching this video, but he's a guy who's been like really pro Intellivision Amico from the beginning, and for a long time every Monday he did his countdown to launch video or whatever for the Intellivision Amico, and he had gotten some time that he got to spend with Tommy Tallarico, asking him all sorts of questions about the Amico, and he was slowly rolling out that interview footage each Monday, and it was something to watch. I mean, and it was good for his channel. I mean, a lot of people watched it, and it was good for other people commenting on his channel, like Darius. It was always funny to hear what he had to say. But the news has been really dry recently, and you can tell, a lot of these people, the cult members of the Amico, are literally just focusing on the drama, everything that happened after the E3 video. And OEB Pete's video was about, should he stop talking about the Amico? I mean, because he doesn't have any news anymore. There's nothing coming out. They're ever since that video, they haven't said nothing. And when the specs were released, all it was Tommy blowing up, threatening to sue. So it kind of, I don't know, it's been pretty quiet since then. And it got me thinking, about what happened early on with this system. And it's almost like they used some of these YouTubers to try to spin a positive narrative about the Amico early on, coming at them with and it had to have felt pretty good, getting some time to spend with people that are pretty big in the video game industry, and being a part of, they probably made it feel towards them like, oh, you're going to be part of this launch, it's going to be so great, you're going to be there the whole way along, we'll give you information, you'll be able to release the first bits of information. And I'm sure a lot of these people fell for the charm of that. I mean, Tommy seems like he's quite a salesman. I'm sure he got a lot of them hooked early on, and it's just kind of sad now to watch as we're getting closer to this supposed launch, and it's just radio silence from Amico. And these people that were, talking about it, building up a fan base about it, getting their fans excited, have nothing to say. And it's all negativity. And there's an expression that's used in politics called about, a useful idiot. And what happens is you put these people in a position of power where you can kind of control them and manipulate them. And if something were to happen, you could use them as a scapegoat because they're not really intelligent enough to be in that position. So they're just they make mistakes or whatever. And you can use that as a way to keep yourself safe. And it almost feels like a lot of these people are like that, like useful idiots. Like they got them early on, got them excited, got them out there just willing to defend the Intellivision Amico in the comment sections and on the videos, just in the trenches, doing their dirty work for them. But now that like we're getting closer to this launch, they're not telling them anything. They're not letting them be on the inside anymore. And you can just tell that they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. I mean, I guess a few days ago there's a guy, Review Tech USA. His name is Rich. I don't really watch any of his stuff. I've heard of him and I've watched a couple of his videos before, but nothing I really watch. He made a video, but he's got like 1 million subscribers, and he made a video about the Intellivision Amico, and he was kind of mocking the cult, all these small YouTubers. And if you go to any of their channels right now, Smash JT, Retro Bro, like I said, I don't know any of these people, and I don't claim to know them. I just have seen, especially Darius, making videos about them, which are pretty funny. I mean, it's the drama. It's definitely a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's totally pointless, but it's funny in a way. But they're all like super upset and defending. Cyrus Martin was another one. That dude just seems like he's totally crushed, and he was way overreacting on what this guy did. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of followers, but he can still make a video, and he can be critical of you. And that's kind of the thing about when you put yourself out on the internet, is especially if you get super behind a product and you're involved with a guy like Tommy Tallarico, who, I'm sorry, but he's not afraid to talk shit. You know, like he stirs it up, mixes it up, especially with like Pat and Ian, like with the whole thing where he was like pretending to troll them when they called out like some of the lag issues on the controller. You know, that right there, people are going to call that BS, and if you're defending that, you're going to get some heat. You know, I mean, it's like me. I mean, putting this video out here, I mean, I put myself up for criticism. I mean, look at me. I'm overweight, gray beard, losing my hair. You know, we all, when we do this, when we put ourselves out here, we're going to have to expect that you could be criticized. And that's what this one guy did. That's what that rich guy did. I mean, he called him out, called him shills. He only called one guy channel by name. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the ones. Like I said, I don't normally watch a lot of these people, unless I will watch their Amico videos, because I'm like addicted to this disgusting console and it's all of its problems and drama. It's a fun thing to watch when you don't really want to be involved in something too serious and too depressing. You know, it's like everything else with the Coleco Chameleon, how bad it was fun to watch. With the Billy Mitchell situation where he was, you know, cheating basically to get these high scores, and watching all the drama on that, and him threatening to sue people. It's just, it's been an interesting few years in the retro gaming community. I really try to stay out of it much. I don't really go to conventions or anything. I mean, I do collect old video games and I watch a lot of the stuff, but it's been a fun few years watching all of this craziness happen, and the Intellivision is just, it's fun to watch. But you know, like going back to what I said, was saying it's kind of a shame for some of these people, like OEB Pete. I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean, he is. I mean, he's getting heat for something that he probably never would have gotten for his channel. He's not used to it at all, because his channel is all about positivity, and that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with being positive and liking things, but you've backed something that a lot of people are mocking now, just because of how shady the whole situation's been. You know, like maybe people wouldn't have been so crazy about it if the whole Calico Chameleon thing hadn't happened right, before this. Well, not right before it, but couple years before this. It's still fresh on everyone's mind because that was such a colossal fuck up too. They were literally using like Super Nintendo parts inside of a clear shell, what was that, was it an Atari Jaguar shell, I believe? And then at one time they zoomed in on a one of the chips, and it was something out of a video camera. I mean, that was straight crazy. I mean, that was a straight just scam ripoff. So everybody is ready for that to happen again, or they're prepared for that to be happening. And the Intellivision, it's kind of in that gray area. Like, is this a scam? Is this real? I mean, I definitely think it's been oversold. The scam is the fact that it has been overpromised, oversold. I mean, when I've been in sales, and you're always supposed to underpromise and overdeliver. They are way overpromising it, and they're going to underdeliver the heck out of this thing. And that's that right there. That's the whole deal. That's the whole deal. Is it just seems too, I don't know, the word too good to be, phrase too good to be true would be what you would say, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. And us as humans, we're pretty good BS detectors. And every time I see something released from Intellivision, it just seems like BS. And then on top of that, you've got some of these other YouTubers who have invested, well, at least I know of one who has invested money into the thing, and he's just got nothing but positive things, and he can't understand why anybody would criticize him. I think it's the guy's name is Smash JT. Like I said, I don't know this guy. I have no problem with him. I've just seen some of the videos that he's put out, or at least that video defending the Amico and defending the fact that he's put money into it. But that right there, again, you just open yourself up for criticism when you do something like that. When you invest in a product and then you talk about how great the product is, you're going to be seen as a shill. And that's, that's kind of where OEB Pete is. I don't think he's put any money into the system, but they look at him as like a shill because he early on was convinced that this Amico was going to be the next big thing. And like I said, when you're a small YouTuber and you get some attention from a larger entity, someone like Tommy Tallarico, and the name Intellivision is such a big deal, in the retro community, even though it's not the same people that own the original Intellivision. That was the company Mattel. They have nothing to do with this current Intellivision. It's literally name only. I mean, it could be Panasonic, or whatever, or, well, they still make Panasonic products, I think, but it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. It's literally just a name, and it's literally just to try to dupe people into having that nostalgia for this system, even though there's nothing to be the same. It just shares the same name. And I don't know. I can't say I feel bad for all of them. I'd kind of feel bad for OEB Pete. He just seems like a nerdy dad type who just enjoys making videos, and he's kind of gotten caught up in this whole thing. I mean, you can just tell by his video. He's like, we don't have time for negativity. And I'm sure especially after that Review Tech USA guy came out with this, he's probably getting a lot more hate because of it, because that's 1 million viewers is a lot of people. That's way bigger than anyone that has covered this. I mean, like Pat and Ian, the CU podcast, they get a few thousand views. I mean, Darius's videos get like 1,000 views. So it's still pretty small. But then when you throw in a dude who's getting like 100,000 views off his 1 million subscribers, a lot more people are going to become aware of this and come into this. So it's only going to get more and more crazy as we go, and I'm just gonna definitely keep watching it and enjoying it, and I'm gonna try not to be too mean to people as I'm talking on this. But if I do see like some craziness, I'll call it out. I mean, it's criticism, you know. I mean, it's part of it. If you're gonna just go on and on and on about how great this one system is, and then some evidence comes out that it's not going to be as great as you think, people have the right to be able to say what they want about that, and they will call you out on it, because in a way, as a YouTuber, even if you've only got like a few thousand subscribers or whatever, you still do have some influence on people. And if you're just going on and on and on about how great this system is, and you get these other people to shell out their hard-earned money to buy it, and then it sucks, well, yeah, we're going to call you out on that. You know, you should be called out on that, because it's not right. You know, I mean, if you're going to talk about something and be super positive and happy about it, you should also, I think, you owe it to the people that watch you to do some research. I mean, I know OEB Pete probably just wants to do it for fun, but I mean, he does look like he has people that pay him, you know. I mean, there's club, I don't know, he's got some club thing. I guess that's the YouTube membership or whatever that you can do, and so you owe it to the people that watch you to ask questions, do some research. I mean, especially you, Pete, like Darius was saying, you've had the inside scoop. I mean, ask some questions. Say, hey man, you know, I've got people that rely on me for some of this information that, you know, maybe have pre-ordered, and they pre-ordered it because of me. You know, give me something, tell me something. I mean, you know, they're certainly not going to admit to a delay, but they could at least talk with them. I mean, I know the whole thing was they had to have these certain microchips by July in order to be able to deliver this thing launching in October. You know, like, what's the update on that? Like, are we getting the chips? You know, like, instead of just last minute being like, well, due to the chip shortage, we're not going to be able to meet these orders yet. We got to postpone last minute. You know, like, why not just be talking to us right now and say, hey, we've got this many chips, and it looks like it's going to be a delay, because literally you're throwing these people to the wolves who adopted your system early on, and, you know, positively, and we're talking about it and selling it. Basically, these people aren't getting compensated. They're your sales force, you know, like they're going out and talking about how good the system's going to be and how excited they are, and how it's for, like, it's not for everyone, so if you don't like it, that's fine, but it's for non-gamers and old people that are going to be able to somehow magically play these games with their kids, and it's going to be awesome and amazing. And then so maybe some of their people did pre-order, and now they've got nothing to say. And, you know, I guess I would probably feel some stress about that. Like, if I were doing this to, like, make money, which I have would never do that. That's pointless. Why even try to make money on this crap? You know, like, just seriously, if you want to make videos, talk about stuff, but have your job, have your real job. Like this, when you start trying to make money on YouTube, that's when your opinion is corrupted. You know, it's not, I mean, you become a shill real quickly because you're too afraid to say things that are going to upset your viewer base, or the people that are watching you. So you just kind of stay in the middle, you know, and that's what's going on with these people now. They've got nothing to say. They talked about how great this thing was, you know, and now their credibility is being shot, especially with that Ars Technica article showing how underpowered it is, and now with Review Tech calling it out and showing everybody. I mean, these people are left on their own. No help from Intellivision. No word from Tommy Tallarico. Like if this really is a family thing and a community thing, they need to have their back. They need to come out and own the fact that that's what the specs are, or that's not what the specs are, and show what they really are. Is it going to be delayed? Are we going to actually get the system when it's supposed to come out, or not? Or is it going to be another delay? talk about that, or at least allude to the fact that you're aware that these people are out here. Keep them in the loop a little bit, because you had to bring them in from the beginning and let them have access to it, like literally just using them as useful idiots, so that, you know, putting all the fire on them because you're not doing anything, you're not talking about it, you're not asking questions and delivering information to the customers. These people are doing it for you. You know, you owe them something. Give them something. Give them a bone. Throw them a bone. I mean, this poor OEB Pete's every Monday doing his countdown. I mean, he's already stopped doing the countdown because he doesn't know if they're going to come out with a system, and he's all alone here. Give the dude something. Let him tell his audience something. If we're still excited about this, if it's still coming out, do it. Talk about it. Be more transparent. Help these people out, so then we can have something to look at and talk about, and have something to do. Not that that matters. I mean, who cares? I don't have to make these videos. I'm just doing it because it's funny, and this whole Amico thing is just interesting to me, and I enjoy watching I enjoy watching it fall apart, and just the people are starting to turn on him. I guess that rich guy used to be for it. Now he's not now he's against it. The wind's starting to blow, but it doesn't blow over my camera. My phone, it's on this wobbly tripod. It's probably shaking, so sorry about that, but it's windy out and it feels good. But I'm gonna stop it here. That's really all I had to say. I just I feel a little bad for OEB Pete, but on the other hand, I mean, he's apparently making money doing this, so it's not all that bad for him. But, you know, it just seems kind of crappy that they're not giving them anything, and it's just complete silence from Intellivision. But anything else comes along interesting, I'll make another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Later.